It's half a year ago, and on a sunny and clear day, I'm lying down in my bed watching diet videos from this one YouTuber. I'm supposed to hit a workout, a little leg day of course, but I have too much homework to do, right, so that can wait. And I'm lying there watching about how anabolic kiwis and avocados are, learning about the best fruits. Then I learn about how crazy good eggs are for you. Then it goes to the best workout methods and all this bullshit. And finally I learn that this guy has a fucking workout program that can get me jacked in like 3 months if I just do it consistently. So all of this time, which has actually been like months of learning from these videos, and this is the peak, bro. He has a program that I can actually practice. And so I try it out. 1 day, 2 days, and I just get bored. It's a little too hard for me. And the funny thing is, at that period in time, I'm the most educated I've ever been on fitness and all these diets and methods and testosterone. Yet I'm actually the smallest I've ever been. Because I've spent all this time learning about how to get the most out of a workout without doing the workout. And now it's the opposite. I barely watch these fitness videos, yet I'm actually quite bigger than I was before, because I hit the gym consistently. And you might think, okay, so all of that time that you spent just learning, but not hitting the gym, not getting bigger, was a waste of time, right? You didn't do anything, you just watched videos. And I get why you think that way. A huge part of it is true. But the funny thing is, even today, the things from his videos I use, whatever was most important to me at the time, stuck with me. And so now, I eat kiwis and avocados every day. I eat a bunch of eggs a day. I work on like volume in my workouts, because that was also important at the time, I don't know. So, even though I didn't get any gains at that time, I made it easier for me to get gains right now, because I learned important things about diet, about training. And this is where it gets a little iffy, right? Was that learning worth it? Is the question. And personally, I don't have any fucking clue, bro. This is where it honestly gets really interesting, because people love to shit on learning, right? Okay, you can read your book, you can watch your videos, but are you really doing anything? But let me give you an example though. Imagine you're a YouTuber who wants to improve his storytelling, so you can have better intros and captivate more people and be a better YouTuber overall. Well, okay, how can we do this? How can you and I do this? You can try to just keep recording these videos and tell your stories in the beginning. This way you practice it and you eventually get better, right? But you're not really learning from a book course, and the story of a video is like 2-3 minutes, so you're not getting that much practice, right? Or we can go full alpha testosterone mode and tell 3,000 stories a day. Every single person you see on the street, you go ahead and you tell him a story. Every friend you talk to at school, you go ahead and tell him a story. And this way you would get so much practice and you would be so fucking good at it. Are you really going to do that? I don't think so. It's like, why on the second or third day you would say, what the fuck is this? But then, what the fuck is this? Are you a little bitch? Are you afraid of failing, of telling shit stories in the beginning? You're afraid of rejection, so this is a skill you need to train. But what the fuck is he talking about? You can't be asked to train to get no's and have people laugh at you. You can't be asked to do that. But because you can't be asked to do that, it means you have a high ego. Because you can't put your pride down and take a little bit of losses, right? And because you have a high ego, now you need to lower it. And this is so... Shut the fuck up. These are the two extremes. Perma action all day or perma learn. Constantly absorb information and overthink about everything, and you start living inside your own head and your mind is a mess. And why do we need to do this? Why can't we just be reason about human beings. And instead of thinking about action, learn which one. Why can't we be somewhere in the middle and use these two incredibly important things to our advantage? So, knowledge is important, that's obvious. If you get two guys, guy one, guy two, and they need to make 100 sales calls to sell whatever product, right? Like they just call someone and they're like, hey, do you want to buy this? 100 calls. Guy one doesn't know how to sell. This guy read a book on sales. Which one is gonna sell more? Gonna be this guy, right? Guy two. Knowledge is important. Knowing how to do something, even if you didn't practice it on your own, but you learned from someone else who practiced it a long time ago, it's still useful. However though, I still think taking action is more important. Because okay, this guy read a book and did 100 sales calls, but imagine guy 3 who did 1,000 sales calls. He would probably be much better than this guy, right? And how is that possible? Well, when you do something, when you take action for long enough, you inevitably start learning. Like you just have this little thing subconsciously inside your head that is like, okay, I tried to call this guy on sale 22. It didn't work, it went horrible. Let's try to not do it next time. Or on sale 121, this guy lost his mind, he was so amazed at me. Let's keep doing this. And so, you can learn by taking action. If you just go to the gym and start lifting the weights and see where that gets you, you're gonna learn about the gym, right? And you will not only be getting bigger, a little slower of course than if you knew like everything, but you would be getting bigger and you would actually be learning things. However, if you just keep watching videos of Jeff Nippert and Dr. Mike Israel, you're learning, but there's no taking action in learning. So you're not getting bigger, but there is learning in taking action, so you get the best of both worlds. I think this is the superior option. But if guy 3, who did 1,000 sales calls, also read like 2 books on sales before those 1,000 sales calls, so he knew what to practice and what to work on, his results would be like 2 times better probably, right? So there is a place for both. So how I will do it with the storytelling is to get a little bit of both, which actually leans more onto the learning side, I believe, because it's just how I would do it, right? Maybe I'm a bitch, I don't care. I would read a book on storytelling by some guy who has told like 40 years of stories and he knows how it works. I would read a book on it. And when there's something really cool inside the book, something that's like, wait, that's crazy, I can just practice it in the videos or when I talk with some friends. So not only do you learn from a person who is a master at his craft, who has experienced more of it than you ever will, you also get to extract some information and actually apply it, use it on your products and your stories. And this way, you're changing your behavior. You know, at first you didn't do this little thing on the beginning of the story, now you do it. That means you've learned it and you can apply it and get results now. So, best of both worlds. Learn and act. This is how we do it. And honestly, bro, after all of this like 8-9 minutes of rambling, if there's one thing you get out of this video, make it be this. No matter how much you try to hyper optimize everything and learn about how to think and what to think about and how to act and how to balance learning and taking action, no matter how much you try to hyper optimize your life to be perfect, the truth is, you just gotta live it. Like, at the end of the day, you can watch thousands of videos, read hundreds of books. You still gotta go ahead and live your life, right? Stop overcomplicating everything so much. When in doubt, make a swift decision. Honestly, like if you're contemplating and you're anxious, so many options, pick one. Calculate it a little bit. It doesn't matter how much. Like, do I think 2 minutes about the decision, 5 minutes? Think about it a little bit, however much you want to. And make the decision that you want to. It's in your control. You have the power over your life. Think how much you want. Make the decision you want. And then, even if that decision is fucking horrible and it fucking almost ruins your life, that's just a learning experience for future you, so he knows better. Everything is a learning experience, every failure, every success. So, if everything is good for you in the long term, why are you so confused on which action to take right now, when whichever one you pick will help you out? It really doesn't matter. Just live it. Live your life, do things. Don't just sit there watching and nothing. Do things, and you will see how everything just becomes a little simpler, and a little better, right? And that's the goal. Make it simple, make it better. What more can we ask for? Bye bye, bro.